Hey, traders, welcome back. You can tell it's summertime. Steve's doing a lot of videos. Yeah, boredom. But anyways, it's good for you guys because, you get to hear some of my thought processes. But I want to talk about a stock that is lighting up the, uh, the StockTwits forum right now, Lululemon number 2. And, uh, most of the time I can't even watch these things because they're just, they're just so many, I don't know what the word is, but uh, trolls, I guess is a good word. There's so many trolls on these forums that just have no clue what they're talking about, and half the time it just makes me want to shake my head and go, what the hell? Anyways, I won't dwell on that. So let's see. We've been lighting up these forums. Actually, had a pretty good day today, but I made a couple of posts on Lululemon here that I want to discuss. I said Lulu looks overcooked. Here, those numbers are very sketchy. Every other clothing retailer is hurting, but this dinosaur is not. Sketchy. Okay. Lulu, hundreds of competitors and a massively overpriced product. These numbers are really sketchy. I smell a fat fish. So I want to talk about that because I don't believe this. The entire sector of clothing manufacturers is in the shitter. I mean, look at this, right? Let's take a look at this, right? These are all the clothing manufacturers. Columbia Sportswear, okay, it's pretty strong. But CRI, CRW, look at these charts, right? GI, it's okay. GIL, Goose is the only other one. Another Canadian clothing manufacturer. In case you don't know, Lululemon is a Canadian clothing manufacturer. I think there's something going on there. Certainly, there's not cheap labor in Canada, that's for sure. The labor in Canada is almost as expensive as the United States. KBSF, JSR, Coors, Lulu. Look at this thing. Naked Brands, PVH, Perry, OXM, Ralph Lauren. If I were to even show you longer term charts on these, let's take a look at some of the even big ones like Ralph Lauren. Okay, and let's look at RL. Right, we take a longer time frame here, RL. Look at that. I mean, really? Lululemon is more profitable than Ralph Lauren? Seriously? Right? All of these clothing retailers are getting smashed to pieces because of the costs involved with online with not being online. Now, the other thing I want to talk about when it comes to Lululemon that's really disturbing to me is not only is it massively outperforming all of its peers, it it's a product that is super overpriced. I mean, if you look at yoga pants, right? Just take a look at yoga pants. I mean, how many, okay, Lululemon comes up as the number 1, right? But how many yoga pants are there, right? I mean, there's got to be hundreds of yoga pants, right? Look at the best sellers on Amazon, right? I mean, there's got to be hundreds, if not, I mean, how much of the, ooh, that's really nice there. I'll buy those for somebody very soon. How many of these are being knocked off in China? There's got to be hundreds of yoga pants for sale. I mean, you can get this stuff at Walmart, relatively good quality for 1/4 the price. Let's see here, women's camouflage for $12.26. What happens? How much is the Lululemon? Let's go take a look at that. All right, if we go back here, how much is Lululemon selling for? All right, There, look at $79, $80, you know, versus their competitors. Look at $80 versus their competitors. Okay, their models are quite pretty. This is a fun video now. Their models are quite pretty, but really? Are these yoga pants so much more revolutionary than the ones you get at Walmart? And even if they are, let's say that these last twice as long. How is that a good thing? Right? How is that a good thing? That can't be a good thing. It means sales would be a lot less. Anyway, I am not taking a position in this stock, but yet. But I do smell a rat. There's something going on with Lululemon, right? There's no way in the world where the entire clothing manufacturing space is getting slashed and hammered. Let's just for fun, let's look at some PE multiples. Let's look at some PE multiples here. Let's go back to FinBiz. And let's look at Lulu. $51.43. So in other words, it's going to take 51 years for the earnings to catch up to the stock price. Let's look at Ralph Lauren. 25. Bit more realistic. Let's look at, let's just go through textile and apparel. Let's look at COLM. Okay, that's pretty high too, so that's not, Lulu's up there. But Columbia Sportswear makes a lot more products than Lululemon. I mean, they make jackets, they make shirts, they make all kinds of hiking stuff. They're in multiple fields. I'm sure they probably even make yoga pants too. Let's look at some other their competitors here. Let's look at Delta Apparel. 12. GII. 23. Hanes brand. Let's look at Goose, because Goose is insane. The other Canadian one. Look at this, 99. This stock is so overvalued. I'll make it a double hit. Goose and Lulu, I think, are way overvalued. I smell a rat. I smell a fat, stinky rat. Let's look at some other ones here. Hanes brand. 12 for Hanes. I mean, arguably the best underwear ever made, right? I wear nothing but Hanes for years. Let's go back here. Naked. I didn't even have an EPS. Let's look at Ralph Lauren. 25. So we're looking at about double market valuations on PE multiples. We're looking at a stock that's gone parabolic, okay, with really sketchy earnings, really sketchy. I mean, 71 cents, and this thing goes parabolic like this, okay? Listen, I don't think this is a bad company. I think this is a pretty good company overall, but something's up here. There's something that doesn't make sense, and every time you see these opportunities where something doesn't make sense, they require you really looking into them. Have they come out with another product that is really dominating and innovative in the market? And the answer to that is, I don't think so. Maybe other products are selling better, but I don't see anything revolutionary, right? Have they invented the next yoga pants? I don't think so, right? So, I don't know, guys. Am I going to take a short on this? I may drive down to a daily. Let's go down to a daily here. And, maybe if I see some serious rejection, I'll start looking for some trades. But this is something fishy here. But I would use the daily as your guide, right? I wouldn't just jump in, right? I'd look for some strong rejection, and then I'd probably see how we had this here. Same thing happened last three earnings, right? See how with the strong daily here, you know, like the PE multiples here were probably about half of what it was right now. So they're probably around 25. When the PE multiples got up to here, we were probably around 35. But now we're getting up into nosebleed craziness, right? So what I would probably do is wait for a big rejection candle, and then I'd probably sell some premium above the market, right? And or I would scale into a trade, right? I'd probably look for something like this. I'd take a put position. If the position went in my favor, I would add. If the position went in my favor more, I would add more. And if the position went in my favor more, I would add more. Okay? And you have to take time into effect here. But I don't know about this, guys. This is the reason why I love stock twits. Because you can, when the boards light up, you can find really good situations. Another trade just quick today, I am short CRON. Okay. And this is another one right here that this is a phony marijuana company. Every time something big happens like Bitcoin or the marijuana big binge where there was $1 billion or a $3 billion takeover of Canadian cannabis. Everybody wants in on it, and they have all these hype companies that they try to sell you that this is like we're going to be part of this big thing. But a lot of the times, especially with a dog shit company like this, it's trading at $1. It's just riding the hype. There's nothing there at all. And this is a standard one like this. A shout out to my boy Andrew at CRON, who gave me the heads up on this one. He took a short on it yesterday, exposing the company as a complete fraud. And I did my research on it. I really like this stock. My target's going to be 551. And I'm loaded up with puts on this one as well too. This one I don't need to do research on. This one I know is dog shit. I don't need to look into any further. I've already looked deep enough, and I really like a retest of this level, 551. And longer term, I'd look for a retest of the $2.28 level, which is Andrew's target. I can't get borrows on it. Otherwise, I'd be short like 10,000 shares right now in a heartbeat, right? There's a little bit of risk to it, so I'm actually occasionally these companies, they come out, they make these false announcements, and the stock does spike. So I'm actually glad I'm in puts on this one. I've got long expiries, the end of October, so I got lots of time, and yeah, there you have it, guys. Sorry, big rant, but I thought I'd do a review, one of a live trade that I'm in, CRON, and one of a trade that I'm going to be watching, and that is going to be Lululemon, for all the reasons I just showed out. So hopefully give you guys some trade ideas, and there you have it. Bye for now.